In this video I would like to introduce to you the famous chain rule, which is useful for many derivatives. If you consider, for example, a function, in general we have to consider for the chain rule a composite function. So you have, for example, the function f, which is calculated instead of a point x. We will consider another function inside this one, which is a composition of functions. So it's f of g of x, for instance, and the requirement is to take the derivative of f with respect to x. Okay, so how do you compute this kind of derivative, which I remind you that it can also be written as f prime of x, and in this case I will not use the definition, the usual definition. Okay, it's just the f over dx or f prime of x. These symbols here we interpreted in the last few lectures as differentials, so they are very small differences. This is a ratio of very small differences. This is very important to understand. If we want to take the derivative of f with respect to x, a very simple trick to understand why the formula of the chain rule that we are going to derive is true, and we can write it like this. Okay, df over dx, this is what we want, but we can rewrite it as df, the difference df. These differentials we can treat as numbers, as very small numbers. It's not really, let's say, politically correct for mathematicians, because they do not like the symbols of differentials and don't really like it. But anyway, we can write it as df over dg, and then we multiply by dg and divide by dx. Okay, so essentially what this is telling us is that we can take the derivative of f with respect to g first, and then multiply by the derivative of g with respect to x. This is the same. So let's say f prime, let's write it like this, d of f of g of x with respect to x is equal to, let's say, the derivative of f of g with respect to g, and then take the derivative of g of x with respect to x. Okay, so this is like the chain rule, the formula for the chain rule. We will apply it right now in a simple example that we will use in the next lecture, when we are going to treat the derivatives of exponentials, of composite exponentials. In particular, we want to derive some important formulas in trigonometry. We can apply this formula to this example. Let's take the function e to the alpha x. Okay, this is a very simple formula. It's just the exponential. Instead of exponential of x, we have exponential times constant times x, e to the alpha x. And we want to take the derivative of this with respect to x. So what can we do? By using the formula above, we can treat this alpha x like our g. Okay, so this is our g. And we have to take the derivative of e to the g with respect to g, and then take the derivative of g of x with respect to x, where g of x is alpha x, remember. The derivative of e to the g with respect to g is just e to the g, because we have already seen that in the last lecture. G is always alpha x, right? And then we have the derivative with respect to x of alpha times x. We will derive a more general formula for derivatives of polynomials, but this is very simple to calculate, to compute by means of the usual definition, and we will do it by the usual definition right here, just to make some practice. So we can rewrite it as alpha times x plus dx minus alpha times x divided by dx. As you recall, this alpha x cancels out this alpha x here. We are left with the alpha dx divided by dx, which is equal to alpha. Okay, so this is the derivative of alpha x with respect to x, which is alpha. Our derivative becomes equal to e to the g is just e to the alpha x, as I said, times alpha. So this is our derivative, and this is a very simple example for a very simple formula for a very simple derivative. But this formula is applied very, very often and continuously, non-stop, let's say, in mathematics and physics and other applications.